Hello, everyone. I wanted to do a video today on the benefits of doing the exercise, the clean and jerk. Um, there's a whole bunch of good reasons to do that exercise, and there's I wrote down a bunch of things because it's important. The clean and jerk uh, basically uses all of your muscles, and the good part of it too is you're training. You start out in a like, for example, in the beginning part, the pulling part of it, when you first pull the weight up, you're going slow, and then once the bar passes your knees, you accelerate, and that's what another reason it's called the acceleration lift. So you accelerate and you pull as hard and as fast as you can upward, and so then it becomes and that well, it goes from slow twitch to fast twitch, and and then you shoot underneath the weight and catch the weight, and then you stand back up, and then you do a three-quarter squat, and then shoot back up again, and with the arms over your head. And there's so many great things about that. Is it you're taking the reason that it works out so much of your body is because you're taking a weight that's nearly to the floor, right? You know, it's a few inches, it's back like mid shin, and you're going to put it over your head. And so that takes a lot of effort to do, and so you're burning a lot of calories. You're going to work out literally every muscle in your body. Uh, it does keep it gives you some good muscular size, strength, speed, uh, muscular endurance, endurance at works helps you with that too, depending on your reps and sets and so on. Uh, as far as like, what else did I say here? Uh, oh yeah, it's not going to make you like a mass monster or anything like that, but you're going to have good muscle in the shoulders and traps. I mean, you look at anybody that does the Olympic lifts, man, they look really athletic, and they are really athletic. So um, the thing is with a quick lift is it um, helps you fire off. I mean, your body's firing off the slow twitch and the fast twitch, and you'll notice that your endurance, or I mean your explosive power, your ability shoots up. Like, you'll get fast. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I knocked glasses off when I was just talking at a party or whatever, and I just knocked a glass off my bottle, my Mountain Dew bottle, when I was young, like 20 some years old. To go flying on the ground, you know. But after I started training, um, I could like, and I was amped up on Mountain Dew, right? And so, like, when I was in my late 20s, drinking a water bottle, like I was saying, the Mountain Dew bottle hit the ground, and because I wasn't fast enough to catch it. But as I got older, and I'd been training with it, I smacked in the same situation at a barbecue or a party, and knocked the water bottle off. And in midair, reached out and grabbed the bottle, and I did it over and over. And for years, I could never, like, I don't know if you guys ever did the ruler where you leave your hand open like this, and they put a ruler there, and someone lets go of it and it drops, and then you try to grab it. Well, in earlier years, before I ever trained with this exercise, I could never ever grab the ruler. I just wasn't fast enough. Well, as as I'd trained with it so many years, I'd someone drop it and I'd catch it. I can catch it 10 out of 10 times. I'm still that good. I'm 43 years old. I still have quick hands from doing that exercise for the last 20 some years, about 20 years. And there's there's so many great benefits about doing the clean and jerk, because of not only becoming you have the ability to be fast, like a really quick on your feet. Your hands are quick. Like grappling with people and fights and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, I'm not like a jujitsu expert, but I did a martial arts that had a little bit of it in it, and um, as a bouncer, I could lock people up pretty fast, do ankle locks and things like that, and I would evade a punch and just grab them and dump them and lock them up. And I honestly think that the only reason that I have the ability to be fast or be that have the explosive power that I needed with the speed. I know that some people say explosive power is speed and strength together, and that's fine. I'm not arguing with that about that. I'm just saying, like, before I was just fast. I couldn't generate a lot of force. Like now I can generate a lot of force. Um, but what I was saying is because I trained with that exercise, I can generate, like, I'm faster, like all around a lot quicker. My body is a lot stronger, has more balance. When you do a clean and jerk, there really is there's no weak spots when you work out. You know what I mean? Like as the exercise, because you're picking that same weight up from your feet basically over your head. So there's no that chain there is no weak spots in that chain. If you pick up 200 pounds, you're strong from 200 pounds all the way through that lift. Um, I am a extreme advocate for the clean and jerk. I've injured my back by a couple of accidents, and so I'm having trouble getting back into it. But it has nothing to do with the exercise. The exercise itself did not hurt me. I have had nothing but great benefits from the clean and jerk. I mean, because of my injuries, I can't sprint like I used to, but I was very, very quick on my feet, and I had a really good box jump because of the clean and jerk. My box jump was 48 inches. I did it on tires. I did not get the video I downloaded. I didn't get to keep. I mean, it didn't keep, I should say. And the best video I have is a 42-inch box jump, which is in my Willie's Life. If you look through it, you can find it. Unfortunately, right after that, I ended up having my spine started harassing me because of the accident that so I didn't get a chance to redo the video on the 48-inch one. But my goal now is to get a lot more lean. I was pretty heavy built back when I did the 4-foot box jump, 48-inch. I was like 255 if I remember right, 257. I want to drop all the way down. I want to be super lean. Like that, my goal is to look similar, more like Clarence Bass, someone like him. That's a lean built guy. But still, if I still do the clean and jerk and my ring push-ups, the gymnastics rings, I love those things. Dips and chin-ups, variations of chin-ups, wide grip, pronated, and the supinated chin-up. You can call them pull-ups if you want. But I like running and biking. Those are the things, kind of like my minimalist program. The reason, and it's really difficult when you've done a minimalist program, to ignore, especially if you work like I do. Like I work a lot of hours, and you don't want to go and do like a freaking 2-hour exercise program. I mean, unless that's what you're into. But myself, I lift up heavy stuff all day long, and I don't want to have to go. And plus, I'm shoveling for literally like 9 to 10 hour days some days, or I'm latching pipe and stuff like that for hours. So I don't want to go home, throw a log on my shoulder, and do a bunch of, or flip tires and stuff like that. I want to get a workout routine that is going to hit all of my muscles right away, and I can be done with it. And I can go on about my business and do other stuff. So the clean and jerk, what I'm getting at is you can do, if you do it on a regular basis within a year, you'll notice that you're getting faster on your feet, faster hands. You can jump farther, jump higher, uh, you're more balanced. You just feel better when you're walking. You don't feel like you're gonna, like you're awkward. Like when I was doing a lot of really heavy lifting, I kind of felt like I was wobbling to the side, like boom, 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 like I was heavy, almost walking like a bulldog or something. But uh, when I do the clean and jerk, I have more of a spring, like I'm doom, 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 and I'm moving that way as opposed to like, like that heavy feel. Uh, when I was 230, I was doing the clean and jerk. That was like the best point. 225, 230 was one of my best, heaviest that I'd ever gotten. I did get a lot heavier, but I didn't feel as good, obviously. So um, my absolute best health that I ever remember was I was 212 pounds, and but I wasn't as lean as I'd like to have been. So after all these accidents that I've had multiple accidents, and herniated my lumbar and my thoracic and my neck, and so I have some issues, a lot of pain and stuff. So I'm still in the process of healing. So I'm not allowed to lift weights right now. I put everything off, and I've just been doing literally like just calisthenics, and I feel good doing them. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like I'm missing out. If I'm gonna even get something similar to, like I said, this comes back to the whole minimalist program. Uh, like when you can do one exercise and literally build, like, hit every muscle fiber, you start thinking, well, why would I go do, because it bothers me. I mean, I'm like, okay, well, in order to do all the clean and jerk, I mean, obviously there's some weight variations, to take into consideration. Like, you begin with a deadlift, and then it's an acceleration high pull, and then you're doing an upright row, essentially. You're diving under it into a partial lunge, uh, a, a split clean, if you will, and then the catch, and then the stand up, then the 3/4 squat and split again. Or if in my case I don't do the split with the power clean, I just do directly right under into a 3/4 squat catch. And then I stand up, then I do a split. I've seen other guys do like the double split. Myself, I kind of didn't like that whole thing. I tried it and I didn't feel, some people do a jump too, like when they do the clean and jerk, they like kick their legs out and then like they're a few inches above the ground and then they re-land. Maybe it's got great, you know, benefits, but I always like to keep my feet on the ground. So that's just me. But anyway, back to the whole thing with the clean and jerk. My body felt, I mean, I had a six pack. It was not like an amazing six pack. It was just a slight six pack. I felt alive. I mean, I felt like just like really strong, like a true athlete. I was watching some parkour, and I'm afraid of heights, but I've run off mountains before, not the extreme like these guys were, but I've run down hills when we were chasing cows. We had to go up on the mountain and run cows down. And so I ran down these really, really steep hills, and sometimes you fall on your back and slide down, type stuff. So, uh, and around that time, because I was bounding over stuff and just jumping over things, and moving like really, really, like I can move my body really well when I'm in shape without the injuries, of course, because like right now my injuries are holding me back. But when those are gone, I am very athletic, and I have this huge uh, nagging part of me that just wants to get involved with parkour. Like not jumping off buildings and shit like that, but like I'm really intrigued. Like I watch these guys. I think it's called Storor, or Storror. I watch these guys. They're from Europe, and they ran off this mountain, and all of them did, and it was the coolest video I have ever seen in my life. I felt alive watching this movie, this video. I was just like, my God, these guys are so freaking cool. And I I vowed to get back in shape and start doing parkour. Obviously, I'm not going to be as awesome as these guys are, but I truly want to be able to, you know, be free like that. Like they say, free running, run off rocks and jump onto other ones and other ones and other ones. And, be fleet of foot, if you will, like being able to flow through rocks like water, just like amazingly, like a river flowing down. These people are absolutely amazing. And I honestly believe that the clean and jerk will get me to that point again, like I was. Because I had a 4-foot box jump. I could jump far. I can't remember exactly how far it was, but I used to jump up in the back of my semi. I would grab with my hands and just throw myself up onto my feet, boom, just and walk into it. I did it every day, like 10 times a day, whatever it was, however many times it took me to, because I delivered, roll pallets back, and I would just jump back up into there. So, but I'd use my hands. And so that was the only exercise I did besides push-ups, and Wrestler's Bridge was those three. And so I'm a big fan, man, of parkour. I think parkour is like literally the coolest freaking, or obstacle course racing people are the coolest freaking people. They have so much. They're to me, they remind me of monkeys. They're like superhero monkeys or something. Part like mountain lion or something. They flow through like an obstacle course. That is just like the freaking awesomest thing I've seen. And I think that clean and jerk is something that I could use to get me back and get me pushed forward, to be durable when I impact, because you're going to get your ass kicked when you hit the ground and things like that. And I've fallen before. I fell 6 feet onto my side, hit my head, and I didn't break any bones. I cracked some stuff, but I didn't break anything. Obviously, the leaner you are, the more the possibilities are up higher, as when you impact steel and concrete and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm a huge fan of that, and I think clean and jerk is something that will go along well with it. If you guys have, I know I follow like a ton of parkour people, and they're really calisthenic oriented, or they do jumps, and they do a lot of like what I did for in my Kaji Kembo classes, and they do bounce back and forth, like basic boxing skills set, and you jump rope and stuff like that. And I think things like that are really, they prepare you very well for impacts, and very well for being athletic. But what I was going to say is the clean and jerk is something that is a promoter of so many sports. Like I talked to a guy that was a baseball player, and he said one of his favorite exercises was a clean and jerk. And it was very rare to run into people that really do these. I've done a lot of reading on them, but there's wrestlers that, like collegiate style guy, or I don't know if he was collegiate now offhand, but he was a wrestler in college, and he did clean and jerk. And then, oh man, of course, a lot of football players, they do, my buddies did power cleans. They didn't do clean and jerk. But anyway, I think that everyone should learn clean and jerk. Like if you don't have a lot of time in your life, like me, like you work a lot, and you come back, and in order to get the same kind of a workout, like for example, for calisthenics, calisthenics was like, you'd have to do an inverted shrug to get the traps. You'd have to do handstand push-ups. You'd have to do, what else? In order to build the back, you'd have to do like I think it's called an Australian chin-up. You'd have to do things like that, one-legged squats, in order to do like a clean and jerk, similar to have that kind of where the body hinges and stands up and recatches and so on, lunges and everything. It'd have to be all that. I think it's something like 7 or 8 exercises go into a clean and jerk. But like I said, if you go do like 3 to 5 sets of clean and jerk as opposed to like 3 to 5 sets of of 7 exercises, you know what I'm saying? So your day becomes even longer, and a lot of people don't want to have to be, working out like, where they're doing like, uh, you know, longer than 30 minutes, as an exercise program. They don't want to have to be like, oh, well, unless that's their life, but if you want to stay in shape, you want to be athletic, a 20 to 30 minute workout is plenty if you do it right. Like a clean and jerk, in my opinion, barbell, dumbbells, kettlebells, you're going to get in shape, and no, you're not going to go break a world record or anything like that, but you're going to be strong and you're going to be athletic. And being athletic is extremely important for every sport. Athleticism, and the key to athleticism, in my opinion, is the clean and jerk, having that range, with because of flexibility, it ties in with that. I mean, it's really, I think it's one of the best ones that you could do. I don't think that there's anything else that's better than a clean and jerk. That's just my personal opinion, because another reason too is you can't lift. I mean, an average person isn't going to lift more than their weight. I mean, there are people out there obviously that are that strong, but my best ever was my weight. I never could go beyond my body weight, and I did it for 20 years. I never had I had a guy teach me at one time, and then I hated it for a couple of weeks, and then I went back to it because I wanted to, besides just go bodybuild for 3 hours, every other day. I decided, well, this workout's fast. I can do it. I can get it done, and I can, you know, do other things with my life. So that's why I did it. But anyway, yeah, it's very good for like your abdominals, your core. The A lot of people don't realize, like, when you squat down, your abdominals are affected immediately. When you stand up, they're affected, and then uh, when you accelerate really quick, boom, you have to, your body puts this tight tension on it, and then it releases, right? And then as it comes back down, when you catch a weight, boom, it goes into, because you have to tense up really tight, because now the weight is coming down and it's heavier than what it was when it was going up, because it's free falling in a sense. So after you shoot under it, boom, and then you catch it, then it's gonna jar you with a little bit more force, and so the resistance coming down on you helps build a little bit more. So it's a fantastic exercise, and your abdominals will get hit again and again. So I think all in all, all your muscles fire off like 3 or 4 times, depending on. Uh, I mean, as far as the clean and jerk goes. So I anyway, just I'll keep yapping about this one forever, but comment and tell me what y'all think about the clean and jerk. If you've never tried it, look it up online and practice it. Go do it for a couple months, and see where you feel, or you see how your body, uh, how alive you feel over that exercise. I think it's one of the best exercises I've ever. Uh, I think it is the best exercise I've ever come across. But I was taught it by a coach that he was a coach down in southern Utah, at a high school. His name was or is I should say, Coach Gent. I can't think of it. Robert Gent is his first name. So Robert Gent. But he was in southern Utah when I met him, and he taught me how to do it. And he, for a while, he was going to the Olympic Games, the Senior Olympics, I think is what it is. This guy was amazing, though. He was just like this, and he taught me how to do the workout. I learned it from one time with him right before I went back to Wyoming. And so I never got a chance to tell him, how that affected me so much and how cool he was for teaching me. And he's a really cool dude, but that changed my life literally. Like, I am in so much better shape and so much more of an athlete because of him teaching me that exercise. So if you ever come across this, Robert Gent, Coach Gent, thank you very much. You're freaking awesome. I know you still live in Utah somewhere. I'm friends with your son. Your son is freaking awesome, dude, too. You guys are cool, man. But it's always cool that you guys pass knowledge around like that because it's important. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Take care. I hope the video helps in some way. And see you later.